brand new suit, and he loves it. Head to Pittsburgh, where the Jets, who were favored somehow, lost by 22 points. Easy upset alert for the Puxatawny Philly football. Rodgers had 2 interceptions. Devontae had 3 catches, and the Jets are stuck at 2 wins. Here's Rodgers and how the Jets can still believe. Take a listen.
How do you get everybody to believe that it seems like a lot of the same mistakes?
Stop listening to you guys. Number one. Number two, got to be accountable, you know. I got to play better. That's the key.
Yeah. Brew was right all along. The back page will finally rear its ugly head. Aaron Rodgers during this.
Oh, those aren't good.
Streak.
Look at
not great. A lot of them are.
Yeah.
Picks.
Yeah, they're just horrible. All right, so Brew, go ahead.
I'm going to quickly say, reacting to the media. Now, I don't know if he was saying, because you guys have been, because the New York media has been pretty light on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's saying we got to quit thinking we're so good because of what you guys are saying. Or is he saying we got to quit, you know, you're ripping. They haven't been ripping.
Can I just quickly give you another third option?
There you go.
I just know it's not Aaron Rodgers' fault. Bob Saleh's gone, and I didn't throw it to Mike Williams, and we got Devontae Adams, and obviously it's not my fault. So I guess it's the media's fault. The turf is coming soon, by the way.
That
was last year.
Yeah.
The truest thing he said, whether he meant it or not, and obviously you don't think he meant it, I got to play better. That's the key.
Yeah.
The biggest problem for the Jets is Aaron Rodgers. That's the biggest problem. And the defense, obviously, it wasn't good hasn't been good the last 2 games since they got rid of Saleh. And now Ulbrich is calling everything. He's head coaching and calling the defense. He struggled with that. But the biggest problem is Aaron Rodgers. I hate to use the term washed.
Why?
Because that, to me, that indicates you're horrible.
But
and I don't think he's horrible.
He's on wash.
He's on watch because he's now I'm not going to use the word Greg. Greg used a great word when we were talking earlier. He's so-so, though. He's so-so. He's a middling quarterback
middling
right now.
would be a great improvement.
He's not middling statistically.
He hasn't been.
Below middling.
He's been the biggest problem, though. Even yesterday, you look at, 276 yards. 100+ of those came off Breece Hall, little check downs, and Breece Hall did all the work. They're not throwing downfield much. When they do, it's picked half the time. To see Aaron Rodgers has 7 interceptions, he's on pace for 17, which is 4 more than his career high. Like, this shows you he has not been good. And it's not just the play. It's also that happens when you're a terrible franchise. When Aaron Rodgers went there, they gave everything to him. They went from being a team to a one-man show. And now you're seeing the fruits of it.
Yeah.
And he's not a leader. He's never been a great leader, obviously. But guys, I think, are not playing as well as usual. I think in part because of his presence. So Aaron Rodgers has been a huge problem.
Yeah, he's been a huge problem. Look, it starts with him. He's been very basic. That's the word that I chose.
Basic. That's a good word.
And when you think about Aaron Rodgers and what he's always been, up until his last year in Green Bay, he's been spectacular. Like, he's been one of the standards at that position. And then here comes Mahomes, and then he takes over that, and now he's a standard. But for me, Aaron Rodgers hasn't even been, like, good.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Wilds did since the losing streak on the season. He's 24th in rating, 28th in completion percentage, has the 4th most picks, and 26th in yards per attempt.
Yeah.
It's not been by his standards.
Correct.
He's just been a bad quarterback this year.
And if that's who he's going to be, then this team they're done.
Yeah.
They are done. And you've said this at the beginning on the outset. I believe that this team had the personnel to win this division. I do still believe that can happen, not if he continues to play like this. And he says, I have to be better.
Yeah.
If he is just better, he's able to erase, like, better quarterbacks are able to erase
How about just not have 3 straight
issues.
games turn on your interception?
Well, it's not even.
That-
That's the thing. It's not even just about the interceptions for me. It's the situational stuff too.
Oh, it's everything.
that he's not been great at.
I agree. Did you?
Well, I was
yeah,
going
the game turned
to
on
throw this alley-oop to you because you were like, this is the beginning of the end for Aaron Rodgers if they lose. Statistically, and I know Aaron Rodgers is going to be mad at the media about maybe not seeding the belief, but here's where we are statistically and historically. Teams that started, we went into this, they're like, hey, if they win, they'll be 3-4. You got a 19% chance. You're 2-5. You're down to 6.5%. Historically, chances of making the playoffs. Add that to the fact that no coach, there's only been one coach ever when Gruden got fired, of firing your coach early in the season, 2016. So historically, it's tough to find a path here, even though Aaron Rodgers wants to blame me for putting those.
All right, Matt, I'll just because yes, Aaron Rodgers has been bad. He's a 40-year-old, soon-to-be 41-year-old who doesn't train really seemingly nearly as diligently as other quarterbacks in the offseason, who travels the world and tries hallucinogenic drugs and he considers running for vice president, and he plays poorly. He's coming off a torn Achilles. But that's not the Jets' only problem. Here's why I'm so frustrated about the Jets.
That's the main problem.
No, I understand. But here's the Jets' main problem is that they're the Jets. And they're going to continue to be the Jets. And the reason I said on Friday is that I hope they lose because I wanted everyone to have to acknowledge what to me is so patently obvious. You know why they lose to the Broncos? Because the Broncos are better than them. You know why they lose to the Steelers by 30 or 22? Because the Steelers are 20 points better than them. The Jets are the Jags with a slightly worse quarterback and a slightly better defense. The Jets are the Giants, but at least the Giants beat Seattle, and that was a good win. The Jets are the Raiders, who Devontae left because he was too good for the Raiders, but at least the Raiders with Devontae could beat the Baltimore Ravens. They are a bad 2-win team whose 2 wins have come against maybe the 2 worst teams in their conference.
Take it easy.
That's who they
But
are.
hold on. That next game's going to be interesting.
What's next?
Oh, yeah.
No, seriously. I mean, I'm picking the Jets, but when they play the Patriots, that's going to be interesting.
No, I mean, no, they can beat the Patriots. Guys, this is, and so it was, I was incredulous last week. How many people were like, oh, yeah, because everything brew, to be fair, you said about Aaron. You knew a week ago, but you along
I thought they'd be better.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is a lot of people thought, but you know what'll fix it? An expensive old receiver. That wasn't their problem. Their offensive line is not good.
Yep.
Their coaching is not good. Their special teams is not good. Their quarterback is the worst leader in sports and not good. And people are like, but the team's going to be good. Why? Because they're the Jets, the worst team in the league since their existence? Why? You bought into it too.
I did not buy into
what? Wild, Devontae Adams.
I like Devontae Adams.
You bought into it.
Well,
everyone
I wasn't
bought
expecting
into
Garrett
it.
Wilson to be the Aaron Rodgers defender. I have to be the prosecutor and the defender in some of these. That interception Garrett Wilson should have caught. That was.
But
I
the
don't
game
blame
turned,
that
Brew. You agree on the first pick?
The first one it turned,
They're
but the
up
second
15-6.
they still had hope. Yeah. This was all Garrett Wilson. Come on, man.
No question.
I understand.
Yeah.
But
and it was only they were down a point when that happened. He
agreed.
returns it to the 1. So that was the critical
but
one.
this
But the other
one
was bad.
this was to
Threw
me
it in
the critical
triple
one
coverage.
because it was
Right.
15-6.
Yeah.
Russ had not yet shown signs of life. It was a minute
He threw
before
it into triple
halftime.
coverage,
You were
right.
going to be
I
up
don't know what the heck
9
he was.
minimum going into half, and he throws it away. And last week, you can win the game, and he throws it away and kills Mike Williams. And the previous week, he throws it away. And on Mike Williams, and it's like, oh no, it was a back shoulder throw, but it was to his inside shoulder low. It's all nonsense. And the team and organization's bad, and the owner's out here saying it's the most talented team I've ever had, and all this stuff.
He's owner of the Jets. I mean, it is the most talented team he's had.
I watched the Jets team have enough talent to go to back-to-back AFC title games with Mark Sanchez as the quarterback.
Yeah.
It's not the most talented team they've ever had. It's not well
That
coached.
offense wasn't good, but
Classic.
This offense isn't good.
No, it
This
isn't.
offense
But
scores
it's
18
more
points a
talented.
game. But
Garrett Wilson's got talent despite letting the ball pop off his
you know
shoulder
what?
pad.
I'm about to get radicalized.
Devontae
You know what's
Adams has talent.
You know what's overrated? I've decided.
Oh, here we go.
Talent. Win games. Well, I am not a quarterback wins guy, but I am definitely a team wins guy. And the teams
You're a
that win
quarterback
games
wins guy,
are
too.
better than the teams that lose games. And everyone's like, no, but you got to be honestly, like, that was a terrible loss to the Broncos. Why? They're better than you. The Broncos win games. They're well coached. They know who they are. They don't blame other people.
Different. They've been better coached.
I shouldn't get this mad, but it's so infuriating.
Talent is overrated.
They're the Giants.
What?
Why are they different than
That's
the
like
Giants?
an old school
I
coaching
don't know if they
take.
beat the Giants.
Exactly. They're the Raiders. Devontae's like, I can't end my career here. Okay. Vegas is pretty dope, man. Out here living in New Jersey, getting 6 targets by an old man.
No reason to dim New Jersey's candle.
Let's not